Teach me grappling. What's up, guys? Brian Peterson. Alex Munoz is really sad because nobody, not one person commented yesterday on whether they would like to see him do the flex off. He actually, is it photobombing? He was flexing in the background. I didn't even know. Anyway, nice flex off. I guess you already gave it to him and they didn't even care about you, dude.
I can hit him with it right now.
All right, guys. So check this out. We're gonna show you something different. It is mostly I'm showing for sportive, but maybe you can make this self-defense applicable. You can make this self-defense applicable. I'm gonna show it to you. This is a very unorthodox wrestling technique that I learned many, many years ago when I was a senior in high school. You rarely, almost never, ever see it. So it's kind of cool, but it can work, especially since most people won't know what you're doing. Check this out. Normally in wrestling, you're on the ground, you're on the mat, and you do what's called a stand-up. You know, some people stand up with their inside leg, outside leg. That doesn't matter. Let's say I stand up to my feet and I'm trying to fight the hands. He's trying to pick me up and take me back to the mat. Go ahead. He picks me up and takes me back to the mat. And now I'm standing back up and I'm fighting his hands. So I can't just sit here. I've got to work. So one of the most common things you're going to learn is a 2-on-1. I'm going to put my thumb inside his wrist. I like to use the heel of my palm to break his fingers off. See these fingers? I'll attack them. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to sink my weight. Step forward with my left leg, and I'm gonna start scraping those fingers as I'm fighting the hands. I break the grip. Once you break the grip, you put it in your back pocket and lock out the elbow. Once I lock out the elbow, as he's trying to grab me, he can't connect your hands. See, he can't connect his hands. I bring this hand up and I shoulder dip. You can get some angles over here. I shoulder dip right here, getting my shoulder through. I'm gonna release the hand I'm holding. I'm gonna cut between the bodies. As I step back, pushing to me, as I step back, I get my arm back in between on that underhook. You'll probably end up in an over-under if he's pushing into you. If he's not pushing into you, it'll look more like this. You know, I'm here and you'll just cut off in a wrestling match and you get 1-point escape in wrestling, in folk style wrestling. So that's what you're gonna normally see. You're gonna see something like that. What I'm going to show you now, check this out. This is a way to get a reversal or at minimum get an escape and have a good tie-up. So watch what I'm going to do this time. I'm on the ground, I'm on the mat, and I want to stand up. So I hit my stand-up, boom, my elbows come in. I'm fighting the hands. He's trying to lock. I grab onto this hand and I'm pushing it in the back pocket right now. But instead of being in a rush, and trying to like get it here and like cut and turn, you know, this guy's holding on to me with that tight waist. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually re-grip. I can lean over a little bit and get a good grip and choke up on this wrist, okay? Now, there is something about this grip I wanna teach that I don't even think I showed you guys, which is pretty, you know, it's important. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually take the arm that's on the same side, it's his left arm, I'm gonna put this one at the wrist, and I'm gonna take the other one, and I'm gonna try to put it under. So it could work both ways, but I'm gonna try to put it this way, and you'll see why in a second. So as I'm holding it, he's trying to connect your hands. Yeah, see, I'm not letting him connect. I'm now gonna step forward. Instead of my left to cut this way, I'm gonna actually step forward my right. See, I take my right foot, I step forward, and now as he's trying to hold me, I'm gonna take his arm and look at how I raise it. Okay, come around here, I'm gonna lift this up. Try to keep your arm down if you like. I'm gonna open it like this. And now what I'm doing is I'm standing straight up and I'm pushing it up this way. So I'm taking his shoulder at a really bad angle. As I take it straight up in the sky, I move it. And now as I moved it across my head, I release and I grab, and you'll see I have his wrist. And now, as I'm here, he's got to release because he doesn't have anything. Now I'm behind him, and then I'll look to take him down. You can make a drill out of it where guys go back and forth. Okay, it will work both ways with the wrist, But the reason why I did it that way is because I really like to keep my hand on the wrist. So what I'm saying is, once I break that grip, I want to keep this hand here because this one's gonna let go. So when I'm here, I'm raising this up. See, I have the wrist. As he's trying to take me down, like see, as I raise his arm, I'm turning. I like to have my hand on the wrist right here. I don't like this one as much because when I do this, it's awkward. See, I'm gonna lose the wrist grab, and then now it could be a scramble, and then we'll be back in the body lock here, we'll be back in a clinch. It's a little easier to have that left hand on the wrist. Okay, so one more time. The guys behind you, you're gonna take some time, especially if you already catch the hands. There's lots of methods. One of them's like this. Boom, I catch it and I come here. So now as I'm doing this, I'm not gonna be in a rush. I'm not gonna try to escape. Try to bring me down. Try to hold see, now I'm just taking my time, raising it, and then boom, I come around. And now that I've got him here, boom, I can bring him down and get my takedown, or in wrestling, we would call that a reversal. If it fails and your opponent starts to recognize that you're getting something, he's likely to more or less let you go. So when you're here, he's holding on at first, and then when I start stepping and I start doing this, he releases, he let me go, but now look what I've got. I've got a 2-on-1 with a nice twist. Try to close your elbow, you feel that? And then now I can hold on this 2-on-1, and then we're ready to go for, other techniques. And bring that guy down, okay? Using that 2-on-1. So instead of just cutting off and getting neutral, where you've escaped, you're actually coming into a tie-up. That may not apply so well to like MMA, but it would apply to MMA or self-defense if you were in this position and you just went here. See that? Then I can just reverse him in the standing position, literally by just controlling his arm, using a 2-on-1, okay? Give it a try real quick. So say you're down, make my wrestler's practice. So he's on top, you're standing up, he locks. Break that grip, take your time, go get the wrist. Control it really strong. Now you're gonna step forward, start raising it up. If he tries to hold, got reverse. Now we've got a drill. You see how if you go for my leg, go for my leg. Great. See, I can't do anything if I go for the leg. I gotta make sure I'm here. How could you stop this? You gotta release, huh? Yeah. You gotta release. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that reversal / escape using the 2-on-1. Rarely ever seen, but it actually is pretty effective if you practice it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed Alex's, pectorals. We'll see you guys next time with more great stuff.